of cybersecurity in two categories. Now, cybersecurity focuses on safeguarding vital information and infrastructure. So that's where the protection of systems comes to play. And on the second hand, it also involves implementing measures to defend against unauthorized access being the key word there, ensuring that the integrity of systems and data are protected. So it's pretty much straightforward. Like I said, the advent of cybersecurity came about where systems are no longer standalone systems. They now interact with each other using the internet, and you now have more people, multiple devices. In fact, we'll get there, but what I just want you to take out here is because Internet of Things has bettered the need for cybersecurity measures to come to play. And that has also brought about opportunities for intending people who want to practice in the industry to find their footing. Then the second aspect on this slide is the cybersecurity life cycle. So everything that entails an organization putting together a cybersecurity architecture revolves around prevention, detection, and response. Now, the cybersecurity life cycle encompasses preventing threats, detecting breaches, and responding effectively. This holistic approach ensures organizations can maintain operational continuity and protect sensitive information from potential harm. So let's, not too many conversations around here, but I just wanted us to have like a background on what cybersecurity entails. Now, the key cybersecurity domains to explore as someone who wishes to be in the industry entails network security, cloud security, and application security. Of course, the network security comes from protecting networks from unauthorized access and threats. Then the cloud security talks about safeguarding data in cloud-based applications and storage. I remember that the first time that this cloud technology came about, there was some conversation in the socials where a sitting senator was part of a conversation, and after they pitched the idea of, the cloud technology to him, he went and said, "Oh, this technology is very beautiful, but what happens when it rains?" So apparently we can say that he hasn't fully grasped what, as at the time, he didn't fully grasp what the cloud technology was about. And pretty much extends to some professionals who don't even understand what the cloud adoption is talking about. So, but as individuals who are practicing in cybersecurity or who wishes to practice in the cybersecurity space is something that we need to know about. It's a particular domain in cybersecurity. Also, application security for companies that run or operating systems like the Windows and Linux, and also software application companies. They also would need cybersecurity specialists to help them have a robust cybersecurity measures in place. So let's go. Industry demand drivers. Now, we talked about the transitioning from IT security to now cybersecurity. What is really fueling the buzz and razzmatazz around cybersecurity growth? One of them is digital transformation. Now, I'm going to give you mind-boggling data as put forward by World Bank and ITU, International Telecommunication Union. According to these two reports, between 2016 to 2026, that's 10-year period, we've had the number of people using the internet move from 3.4 billion to 5.6 billion persons using the internet. And it represents 74% of the world population globally. And also in terms of devices, systems that
Okay, sorry, I raised my hand. So I wanted to ask if it can be full screen. Probably you can maybe put it on full screen so that everybody can see clearly.
Okay, the screen share is not on full screen.
No, I meant the PowerPoint itself.
The PowerPoint. Okay.
Yeah, so it is we are seeing like the size of the slides and everything. So maybe if it is possible, but if it is not possible, we can just continue so that we don't, yeah. So maybe if there's anything like slideshow,
Is
I
it
think
is
I'm
better?
I think we can continue. Yeah, we can.
Okay.
If you can calm down, I mean, if you can calm down a bit, there's something that looks like maybe a trophy, like down the line, like where you are seeing your percentage, like where you're seeing 31%, something like that. So beside that minus, you're going to see something that looks like this thing there, or you probably maybe just click on slideshow at the top.
Okay.
So
Let's
I think there is one
see.
slideshow at the top as well. Maybe you can use that
Slide
too.
control. Is
No,
this a slide control?
slideshow at the top, beside animations. Maybe you can use that too.
Let's see. I don't think I can see what you're saying.
Okay, like we have home insert at the top, home insert, draw, design, transitions. Then you're going to see slideshow there too. So
Okay. Transition
yeah,
slideshow.
yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Try it. Okay. Got it. Is this better?
Yeah, it's better now. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So the challenge is going to be how to welcome starts. So that feedback. Okay.
But I think anyone works. So if you're not comfortable with this, you can just click on the escape button, and then you're back to what you were using before,
No,
so
it's
that we
fine.
don't be tested.
I
Yeah.
mean, you guys, you need to see, you need to see everything for what it is. So I think we're on this slide. Please let me know if everything is good
Okay, yeah,
from your
everything is good
end so
now.
I can, okay, okay, fantastic. So like I was saying, we have, okay. We have this key um, drivers fueling the cybersecurity growth. And like I was mentioning earlier, before we started, I was giving the data out there from World Bank and ITU, International Telecommunications Union, how that the percentage of the global population using the internet has grown from 3.4 billion to a whopping 5.6 billion, representing 74%. And also in terms of devices, gadgets, systems, sensors, and just pretty much the Internet of Things, in terms of how it's grown for that same period, we've seen a whopping 6.6 billion to 30 billion. So that tells you that the need for cybersecurity measures is on the rise. And the projection is that this will continue to grow because everything about the world is in the clouds. Everything about the world is digital, So we have digital transformation as one of the growth factors. The rapid shift to digital platform is increasing the need for robust cybersecurity measures. I don't know who visits the bank nowadays when you can easily use your banking app to maybe make transfers. I'm sure some of us made one transfer or the other today. So it just tells you that organizations, understand this digitalization and are aware of the threats that it also poses. So reason why they need to have robust cybersecurity measures. Cloud adoption. So this is another thing fueling the cybersecurity growth. I remember in the past, companies that make gadgets, phones, and other devices, you pretty much have them have like storage space in the device. Some will even devise like a space where you can put like an external storage device to have your data or whatever thing you want to store saved. But nowadays we have these devices coming with lower storage, and these same companies offering you the opportunity to have your data stored up in the cloud. I know a lot of companies who have moved away from having sorry, I'm going to take this out. So I'm trying to take that box out. I got your feedback. I've just seen it.
I mean, is it possible to drag it?
I can't drag it. I was thinking to just like reduce it further, but it's not giving me what I want.
Yeah.
Kind of real.
Maybe you can hit escape, like try to press the escape key.
I've tried it before. I didn't know that it was showing in the screen. Actually was going to, oh dear. Pause.
So what I'm thinking is maybe you can just try to click on the escape key, then try to reshare. Probably it would
That's what
go.
I'm doing. It's not working. It's
Wow.
just not working. I think it's come because of the slideshow. It's just a default box that has come because of the slideshow. So I don't know. Okay.
I
I've
mean,
clicked on escape and
okay,
I
yeah,
think
it
I'm
should,
off the
come.
slideshow. But how
Yes,
is the
yes, yes.
slide presentation now?
It's fair. I mean, so that we don't just distract you further, I think we can continue. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, good. So I was in the industry drivers. So we've talked about digital transformation, how that the number of persons using and interacting on the internet, the robust growth in digital platforms, how that all of that is fueling the need for companies and organizations to have a robust cybersecurity measure. Then cloud adoption, I talked about how device companies before now could make devices with large storage, but now they are making phones and gadgets with minimal storage and offering end users opportunity to have their backup data on the cloud. It's very beautiful because I mean you lose your phone and you can access when you get a new device, you can access your data using the internet from the cloud storage. Is beautiful, but it also comes with its own vulnerabilities and of course threat actors wanting to poke holes in the vulnerable area. Then ransomware, as we speak, yesterday was Friday. I can tell you for free, for someone who has worked in the bank, that a certain bank would have averted or maybe suffered a ransomware attack. So it's something that happens on a daily basis, and it's part of the key drivers for companies to have a robust cybersecurity measures in place. So three key drivers: digital transformation, cloud adoption, and ransomware attacks being on the high. Then major career tracks in cybersecurity. So for someone who is already practicing or someone who intends to practice in the cybersecurity industry, there are basically three teams to look out for. So we have the defense professionals, those who protect against cyber threats on a daily basis. Then we have the red team. I think this is where I'm going to throw my question. Francisca, if you are ready, we're going to have a 30 seconds count. So drop on the chat box. This is very easy because it's common knowledge. I hope so. Drop on the chat box the hack tracks. So what that means is the three types of hackers we have. Drop on the chat box. So let's count 30 seconds. The three types of hackers we have. The three types of hackers. So let's have them. Let's have them come in. Okay. I know everybody will pretty much have it, but it's going to be fastest finger. Fastest finger. Okay, so I think we'll cut it off now. 1836. 1836. Let's cut off. Francisca, you collate. I know everybody would have this, but we would go with the winner will be the fastest finger. So pretty much, yeah. Oh my God, I have fantastic, brilliant participants. Wonderful, beautiful. This is perfect. So we have the white hat, the black hat, and the gray hat. So the pretty much the white hats are the ones who has got the permission and they have the right intent. So they are the ethical hackers. So these guys, what they do, they belong to the red team. They call them offensive specialists. So pretty much what they do is to simulate attacks. They conduct penetration testing. All they look out for is to check if a system or a software has certain vulnerabilities that can be easily remedied before the threat actors would, poke holes in the system. Now, when you talk about vulnerability, you're looking at two concepts. Vulnerability comes with observability and exploitability. So observability is when the threat actors begin to observe, the vulnerability. And if you, the owner of the system or the software, haven't got like offensive team to look at these things and remedy it, the threat actors would of course move to the next stage, which is exploitability. So the vulnerability pretty much talks about how that threat actors would exploit the vulnerability of a system to bet a negative outcome. So that's what vulnerability pretty much talks about. Then, of course, the next theme is governance and compliance. Governance and compliance talks about people that ensure that the organization conducts her cybersecurity architecture or measures in a way that conforms with global standard. Now, we all know the acceptable global standard that, manages, that ensures that information security is well managed, which is the ISO 27001. ISO 27001, the latest version being that of 2022. So for someone who wishes to belong to the governance and compliance side of things, I mean, having a grasp of this ISO standard is a pretty much good place to start. Just to backtrack a little, I forgot to mention the other team. So we have the white team, which is the ethical hackers, the black team, which is the threat actors. They haven't got the authorization. They do it for malicious intent. Some do it for financial gain. Then you also have the gray hats. Those are pretty much in between. There's been conversation around regulating these guys. They do it out of curiosity. Some do it out of research, and then they do it and they get vulnerability. And if they are not checked, they can move from being a gray hat to a black hat. So it's there's some conversation going around having a regulatory oversight towards those guys. Then the entry pathways. Don't let this bamboozle you. This is just for knowledge sake. We're going to get to the part where you see what you actually need to kickstart your journey if you're a beginner. So, but pretty much the common entry pathways into cybersecurity revolves around these three things I've highlighted. IT support. These are transitioning from IT support. This people would transition from IT support to SOC analysts. It involves gaining expertise in monitoring, responding to security alerts, utilizing tools to protect an organization information asset effectively. Then network admins and the developers. So we need to move real quick. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. Then the technical foundations, the essential skills that are required. Of course, we know that if you haven't got this, it can be acquired. So regardless of where you're starting from, you can get to this point where you have the technicalities, or the technicalities around cybersecurity. So don't be perturbed whatsoever. So security skills, essential competencies for success, the knowledge of SIM tools, endpoint detection and response, and the extended detection and response platforms. Then vulnerability management. We already talked about vulnerability and how that is an aspect of cybersecurity that must be closely monitored. Then this is where I'm going to really drill on essential soft skills, key competencies for cybersecurity professionals. So this is the neutral ground. This is the neutral place for whoever, whether you're a beginner or whether you are advanced. these are a must-have. Analytical thinking. Analytical thinking is pretty much straightforward. It's the ability to dissect and understand complex situations, evaluate data effectively, and make informed decisions, which are crucial for identifying threats and vulnerabilities in cybersecurity. Analytical thinking, very critical, is something that if you want to be a cybersecurity practitioner or you're already practicing it, is something that you need to cultivate. It's something, if you already have it, you need to sharpen it on a daily basis. Report writing. Now, initially, when we talked about the cybersecurity lifecycle, we talked about prevention, detection, and response. Of course, when incidents happen, you will need to document it. You will need to present the report to your line manager or to executive management, as the case may be. A lot of us don't understand the concept of reports. Now, for me, what I tell people is when there's an incident, there are key things you just need to have in mind. Firstly is what happened, and then what you did when it happened, and then the resultant effect of what you did, and the follow-up actions. So these are just the 4 basic pillars that I have just cultivated as an individual, and it has helped me very well in my career trajectory. So report writing, your report must be clear, it must be concise. When you're writing report to executive management or to someone who is a non-cybersecurity practitioner, you don't clog your report with technical jargons. You need to use plain terms, easily understood terms, something that a novice will read and understand the situation. Then the point there, the third key competence to imbibe is executive communication. I mean, I already talked a bit about it when I talked about report writing. Executive communication, you must speak the language that the executive understands. You don't want to go to an executive and you're speaking technical jargons. What they want to know is your clear communication of the risk involved, the impact if the risk manifests, and then if you have profiled a mitigation measure, they need to know the mitigation measure. And another thing I would like to add is how that if you're able to translate the impact in financial terms, trust me, you have won that pitch. So pretty much a typical example would just be, maybe you want your organization to have a certain firewall to just sort of filter the traffic into your network. You don't go about telling your executive management, or when you're pitching the report for that project, you go and say, oh, we need this firewall to monitor the network traffic. I mean, that is correct. That is beautiful. But then again, you want to communicate in a way that you would win your pitch. So it's better you say something like, oh, we need to get this firewall so that we can block off some sites that have the potential of, plugging our network with phishing attack or phishing emails, for example, because we all know some sites that naturally they just infiltrate your network. The whole idea is to launch phishing attacks, and some of them will even receive information. If they're able to get hold of your network, they can even receive information from your network and then use it to profile your organization. So executive communication is a very key competence that every cybersecurity or intending cybersecurity practitioner must have. Now, the next slide talks about essential cybersecurity certifications for success. So the analogy I will use here is when you want to build a house, you start from foundation, right? And then you do your block work, and then you do the necessary things, and then you now roof. So it's pretty much the same thing here. So as a beginner, you don't just jump to advanced certification, right? What you need to do is to start from the basics. There are a lot of, beginner courses for you if you're just starting. We have the CompTIA Security Plus, the A Plus, Network Plus, and the ISC2 certified in cybersecurity. These are entry-level certifications. They validate fundamental cybersecurity knowledge. Now, these are just a few. I have a 2-pager certification document. So if anyone has need for this, I can always share if you reach out to me on LinkedIn. Then the intermediate bit is the EC Council Certified Ethical Hacker Certification, and then we have the Microsoft SC 900 Security, Compliance, and Identity, and then the Advanced Certification speaks to CISSP. I mean, we have a couple of advanced certifications, but I just put this here for example purposes. But like I said, I have a 2-pager for certifications in cybersecurity. It contains the beginner certifications, intermediate, and advanced. So if anyone has need for this, I can easily share if you send me a DM on LinkedIn. Real world experience. Yes, my LinkedIn profile is same as my name. Obinna, don't distract my presentation. Okay, so real world experience, practical ways to gain skills, home lab. I don't mean building a laboratory. So what this simply means is home practice. For example, I remember when I began to pick interest in cybersecurity, basically what I did was to go to YouTube. If I'm curious about a particular concept, I would search on YouTube, watch videos. It just helped me, sharpen, a lot of the blur areas. So home lab pretty much means you, for example, you can tell yourself, I want to know the number of devices connected to my home Wi-Fi per time. It will amaze you that your neighbor would have cracked your password and is connected to your Wi-Fi. Some of you, this thing I'm telling you is very practical. You can do it when you get home. Just if you have a Wi-Fi device, just check how many devices are connected. It will be so interesting that you may see a foreign device connected to it. And I hope we know that devices on any network can interact. So this is where your cybersecurity skills should come in. So building a home lab, it just helps you practice at home. And after that, you navigate to Try Hack Me. Try Hack Me is pretty much like a structured learning platform. Try Hack Me would give you a structured learning path. It will incite interactive scenarios that you can practice. It will enhance your understanding on some cybersecurity concept. It will, clarify some gray areas and pretty much gives you practical real-world skills, and they are quite very engaging. Then the next place to have your real-world experience is industry events. Participating in industry events provide opportunities for learning, networking, coaching, mentoring, and building. Everybody should clap for Victor Akinode initiative. It's part of the industry events. This webinar is an industry event. We're all here, we're learning. I mean, if you're not clapping, then I don't know what is wrong with you. You don't like good things. You need to clap for him. It's an amazing initiative, and we need to commend him. We really need to commend him. It's very timely. It's something that, we should have more of, So industry events is a way of, having that practical real life experience. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. See my audience. You guys, thank you. Thank you so much. So the last quote here is your network equals your network. I hope we all know that. Your network equals your network. Your net worth, sorry. Your network equals your network. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who can you call upon when you run into problems? There are some projects you want to do, whether as a consultant or as an employee, and you need support. You need a certain guidance. So that's where plugging into industry, communities, that's where it comes in. That's where networking comes in. That's where you remember, oh, I met this guy at this industry event. I should reach out to him. He's into this. You can also get coaching and mentoring opportunities in that regard as well. So it's something that we should watch out for as practitioners of cybersecurity. Then portfolio strategy, building your professional image. Optimize your LinkedIn. I want to believe everyone on this call is on LinkedIn. Please, if you are not already on LinkedIn, after this webinar, go and open a LinkedIn account. I always say that every professional, whether cybersecurity or whatever industry else you're practicing, you should have a LinkedIn account, because that is your professional portfolio. Pretty much, that's where you sell your markets. So please For those of us active LinkedIn users, we need to optimize our LinkedIn. A well-crafted LinkedIn profile showcases your skills, your experience, and certifications, highlights key projects, and it helps you engage with industry professionals to enhance visibility and attract opportunities. So I know a lot of recruiters who look out for LinkedIn profile when they want to recruit, when they want to do strategic recruitment. Those recruitments that they don't open to the public, what they do is to source for the right candidates. And I know a lot of them that use LinkedIn. So if your LinkedIn profile is not well crafted, please, after this webinar, you should go do something about it. There are key search words that recruiters look out for on LinkedIn. So we can talk about this outside of this webinar, but for the purpose of this webinar, just have it at the back of your mind that after this call or this live, if your LinkedIn isn't optimized, please go do something about it. Then, of course, you publish part of portfolio strategy. You publish blogs for people that have flair in writing, and you want to write about a certain aspect of cybersecurity. By all means, do that. Showcase yourself. Write about aspects of cybersecurity. Post it on blogs. You can even have your own blog. And for those of us that have the opportunity to maybe publish this on mainstream media platforms, why not? If you have the opportunity to go speak on the radio or TV station, by all means, go showcase yourself. These things are very important. They build visibility and they help you attract opportunities. Then strategic positioning, crafting your unique identity. So this is where problem identification comes in. What problem are you looking to serve in the cybersecurity space? It has to do with showcasing and crafting your unique value proposition. What are you about? For example, if they mention your name, if you're not in a room and your name is mentioned, what would be tied with your name? So that's where defining your unique value proposition comes in. It's something very important. A lot of us don't understand this. A lot of us don't apply ourselves here, but I would encourage everyone on this webinar to, if you don't already have one crafted for yourself, introspect. Tell yourself, what aspect of cybersecurity am I passionate about? You can't be everywhere. You can't be jack of all trade, master of none. You need to align yourself to the part of cybersecurity that speaks to you mostly. So that way you're able to craft out your unique value proposition. Then industry focus. Determine the industry segment you wish to target. Tailor your skills and messaging to align with their specific needs, ensuring your positioning resonates with potential employers and clients. So we all know that different industries have peculiarities in terms of the cybersecurity threats that they are faced with. Now, if your focus or your target is the financial service industry, then you should tailor your value proposition and everything that you put out to focus on this industry. That way, you gain strength, you gain more visibility, and people know you for something. Then networking strategies, build professional connections effectively. There are 3 key things here. Attend conferences, of course, physical webinars. If you have opportunity to attend physical conferences, by all means, if you can afford it, where they are speaking about cybersecurity via webinars or other talk shows, be a part of it. It just has a way of fostering engagement. It has a way of fostering relationships. It will help you build connections. It will also help you showcase yourself, and meeting people. I know, so real life experience, yeah. I attended a particular security conference, and as at the time, I wanted to write a certain certification. I was neck deep in it, and I was trying to figure out how to navigate. It was someone I met at the conference that helped me solve that problem. So the importance of attending conferences and being a part of anything related to the field we are operating in cannot be overemphasized. Join communities. Oh, I'm almost going to say we should clap for Victor Aquinode's initiative again, but we haven't got time for that. But what this pretty much means is what we are already doing. I mean, we belong to this community, we are engaging here. And of course, this will boost visibility. This will help us make those right connections. This will give us, those leverages that we need to have. Because at the end of the day, when some opportunities would come and we don't even know about it, but someone we know knows about it and draws our attention to it. So belonging or joining a community cannot be overemphasized. Engage on LinkedIn. Okay, beautiful. So for some of us who are active LinkedIn users, I don't think we use it effectively enough. So real life experience for me, there was a post on LinkedIn that was security related, and I made a comment on that post. That singular comment on that post gave me over 7,000 impressions. Just a comment though. I just made an input because it was something that resonates with my current practice in security. That comment gave me over 7,000 impressions, and I gained over 50 new connections. So you need to engage, but you also need to engage strategically. You can't be seen commenting on everything flying about on LinkedIn. So please, let's utilize our LinkedIn effectively. Let's engage strategically. 12 months plan. So this is just me saying 12 months. Your plan can be 1 year and 6 months, which is 18 months. Your plan can be 2 years. Don't let anybody pressure you. Pace yourself. Pace yourself. So this 12-month plan is something that was very practicable for me. All my certifications, I achieved them in under 12 months. And this is not me bragging about it. This is me saying it's doable. But within these 12 months, were there times that I cried myself to sleep? Yes, I cried. Were there times that I wasn't running, that I was crawling? Yes. There were times that I would crawl. There were times that I ran. There were times that I cried. There were times that I was happy. But in all of this, I didn't stop moving. I didn't stop. I kept, going at it. And I'm proud to say that all my certifications, I achieved them within the space of 12 months. Now, how do you do this? You can, like I said, give yourself your own pace. Don't use Stella's pace. Do what is workable for you and what is realistically achievable for you. How do you start? You build the foundation, establish core knowledge, and select a specific career track in cybersecurity. Once that is done, you now go to the next stage, which is certification. Obtain relevant certifications to validate skill and enhance job marketability. People will argue, oh, certifications are not necessary. Trust me, certifications will validate your expertise. Certifications will validate your skills. Certifications will validate your voice in a particular space. Certifications will open doors for you that ordinarily your experience will not open. So certification is a big deal, but you don't just jump right into certification. You need to build a foundation. You need to carve out a niche for yourself. You need to select your specific career track that you want to pursue. Then once you have the certifications in place, the relevant ones, to align with what you have picked out for yourself, you now begin to strategically apply. Strategically apply. Don't apply to every job advert you see. Not every job advert is meant for you. Apply strategically. Network and apply for positions to gain practical experience and transition. Then you can begin to fly from there. Common mistakes that people make in this industry. Avoid these pitfalls in cybersecurity. Certification stacking. Yes, while we say certification is great, is beautiful, but then again, when you have the certifications and you don't apply yourself, it just almost amounts to nothing. So pursuing numerous certifications without depth leads to superficial knowledge. Focus on mastering a few key areas rather than accumulating credentials that won't translate into practical skills or expertise. Then the second pitfall is applying randomly. I mean, I already talked about that in the previous slide. Not every job opportunity is for you. And another thing I want to highlight here is for the applications you want to make, tailor your resume, tailor your cover letter to the specific relevant skills projected for that role. I know some of us have these skills, but it's just that we don't communicate it well enough. It's very important. It's very, very important that we tailor our resume. It's very important that we tailor our cover letter for every time we want to make applications for any role. Because trust me, the ATS, which is automatic tracking system, the platform which most recruiters now use, searches for keywords. So if your resume or your cover letter is seen to not have those keywords, is already dead on arrival. Like when they do the first filter, yours is already flying through the window. You won't even get to the base phase where they call people for interview and all that. So please, it's very important for every role you want to apply for. Yes, you can have like a generic resume, but when you want to apply for certain roles, you need to tweak this resume. You need to tweak your cover letter to align with, the relevant skill sets that they have published for that role. Now, another common pitfall is ignoring soft skills. We already highlighted some of the soft skills, which is analytical skills, report writing, and executive communication. Overlooking the importance of soft skills can hinder career growth. Communication, teamwork, and analytical abilities are vital for success in cybersecurity roles and can set you apart from others. Please and please, my brethren and sisterin, do not ignore your soft skills. It's very important. For someone who came in from accounting, I had a lot of transferable skills that has helped me in this industry. And similar to anyone coming in from maybe your first degree is microbiology, or your first degree is like an abstract, background that, ordinarily should not be in cybersecurity. Once you are able to, align yourself like we have discussed here, not ignoring those skills that you have brought in from your previous background, trust me, you will excel. So it's just for you to know what is obtainable and what you need to do. And we have said it here today. I want to believe that everybody will apply knowledge gain here from this conversation. Now, the key takeaways from all of these things that we have talked about, insights for cybersecurity success, opportunity reach. We already highlighted digital transformation and how that the cybersecurity growth will continue year on year. The industry is opportunity rich, trust me. It's just for you to cover a niche for yourself. The cybersecurity industry is rapidly evolving, creating a wealth of job opportunities. Professionals must stay informed and adaptable to leverage these opportunities effectively and advance their careers. So we already talked about this. Opportunities abound. So just know how to cover your niche, define your unique value proposition, and begin from there. Of course, foundations matter. A solid foundation in cybersecurity skills is crucial. Focus on essential technical knowledge and practical experience to create a robust base that enhances your employability and career growth. So these are the takeaways I want us to run away with from this webinar. Now, lastly, and I'm going to close with this beautiful quote. If you are not learning, you are not growing. Invest in yourself is the quickest way to level up your career and your learning potential. So on that note, I want to say thank you, everyone, for giving me your attention for this few minutes. I want to really appreciate you all. You were amazing audience. Thank you for listening. And any question?
Okay, thank you so much, Mara. We so much appreciate that. I think Francisca, can you try to unmute yourself now? Okay, I think.
Okay, yes,
Okay,
I'm
okay, great.
unmuted.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you very much, our amazing guest speaker, for that insightful and practical session. I just kept writing and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. Thank you for sharing your weight of knowledge with us. Really appreciate you for sharing that. So please, we are going to take because of how far we've spent time, we're going to take only 3 questions so that we still have questions to ask. So 3 questions, please. That's all we are taking. I don't see anything on the chart. I guess people would like to talk. Let's see who we have here. Mr. Leye, please can you unmute and ask your question. Please keep the questions as brief as possible. Okay, Mr. Victor, I think they can't speak. No one has a question. Well, that means you really understood the session very well. Okay. So I think, okay, David Mark just dropped a question on the comment section. He's asking which laptop specification is good to start practicing cybersecurity. Can anyone hear me? Mr. Victor, can you hear me? Osus, can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I've given the mic to Mr. Lay. I think he should be able to unmute himself now. And then, yeah, Madam Stella, are you still here with us? I think they're asking a question.
Hello, good evening,
Yeah.
everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. We hear
Oh,
you.
Madam
Is this
Stella
Mr.
is
Lay?
muted. Oh, she's muted.
Okay,
Yeah, you
okay.
can speak now. We
I've
can
been
hear you now.
released because I was trying to unmute and then okay. So you
Apologies for
just
that.
did see. There's a lot of hype as to you need to have a certain specification. The basics, really. You can watch YouTube videos using your phone, your mobile device can be a good starting point. So don't wait till the situation or the environment is perfect. You can make the most out of where you are, and that's from where you are and with what you have. So pretty much the simplest answer to that question is the basic laptop can help you do what you want to do for a start.
Okay. Thank you very much for answering the question. And the next question I see here is, please suggest platform where we can get beginner trainings on cybersecurity. Okay,
okay. So okay, so Comshal community for a start. ISC2 certified in cybersecurity. There are a lot. I just need you for people that need the beginner, intermediate, and maybe the advanced certifications. I had a delivery for a conference around cybersecurity. So I have a 2-pager for certifications, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So it's a 2-pager document. So for anyone interested, I can easily share with you on LinkedIn because it's a lot. It's really a lot. But at the end of the day, that document would tell you which to take based off the niche that you have or the path that you have carved out for yourself.
Okay, Francisca,
okay.
can you hear me? Let me join my voice with to Madam Stella's. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, so this wonderful initiative is equally running a 100 days challenge for beginners and people who are looking into, breaking into cybersecurity. We started from day one, ensuring that we make beginners understand the essence of, the foundations, right? So if you are not yet on YouTube, get on YouTube, watch our videos, and be sure to be on your winning ways. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So guys, if you are here, you're not following us, you are wrong. So please ensure you do the right thing by following us and joining the 100 days challenge. See, you're going to learn a lot. Like there's a whole lot to learn. Okay, so I'll take one more question, just one, please, so that we would go ahead with the question. So if I intend to focus on the GRC end of cyber risk, do I need to still build a technical foundation, or mastering the various standards out there is enough?
Okay, so here's my take on that question. Like I said when I was doing my presentation, once you carve out your unique value proposition, you now begin to gather relevant certification that would help you grow in that part. So for someone who wants to do the governance and risk and compliance side of things, all you just need is to, first and foremost, like I said, the ISO 2027 and 27001, the latest version of it, 2022, is a good place to start. You need to know what that standard is talking about, because that is the global standard for managing information security. You should already have that standard on the back of your palm. So that's a good place to start. And all you just also need to do is to look out for other relevant certifications that would help you grow in that part. You don't necessarily need to go do technical skills certifications. No, you can know the bits and bats of the other aspect of cybersecurity. Like they say, no knowledge or no information is a waste. However, to grow in the path that you have chosen for yourself, you need to solidify your knowledge in that regard. And that means taking relevant certifications that befits or suits that path. I want to believe that answers you.
Yeah, I believe it does. Thank you so much. I think this is all for the Q&A session. So I want to quickly take the questions. We are looking for 5 winners. So take 5 questions. We already have
Sorry,
one
Francisca,
winner.
my hand is up.
Why?
Please, I have a
Okay.
question too, please.
Okay.
Oh, who is that? Is
Okay.
that Mr. Le?
Yes, please, Mr. Leye, yes.
Okay, yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate this. So this is my story. Practically, I am a customer service person in an organization, but presently I'm actually having a course, a very practical course, like almost 100% hands-on practical course in web application security and digital forensics. It's actually a 12-month program. So far, 4 months had passed, and honestly, because I had a background in computer science, it wasn't really new to me. I didn't struggle to understand this concept. But because I've not been in this field, I'm talking about I've not really been working in this field before. So now, here is the point where the fear comes in. And the fear is just that, okay, after this program, after getting this certificate, after getting all this knowledge, where do I get the chance to actually practicalize my skills? I'm talking about industry standards. I've done a lot of labs, assignments, and like I said, I'm not having any struggles having to understand concept. But then again, I'm looking at it at the long run, because just like 4 months gone, and I'm thinking after this program, how do I leave the customer service job that I do? Because I really want to leave that role. I want to have a more technical role. So I'm thinking to myself, how do I, project? How do I transition fully into a real workplace that really, have to do with what I'm learning presently. But then again, I've looked around different job roles. I've not really seen anything that is really talking. I know they are related. I know there's so many job roles, but I've not really seen any job role that is talking about web application security. When I try to look for job roles, when I try to search for this particular precise course name that I'm actually offering presently, I don't get to see that. I see different things, but then again, I'm thinking, yeah, they are related. But I'm like, is it that there's no job role that is targeted to this particular thing I'm working on presently? So my question is, at the end of this program, how do I, transition fully, or how do I find my way into a workplace, into a real work environment that is related to what I'm presently, working on?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Layer, for this. I think you asked a question and you also answered yourself, because I like the part where you said you are looking at job roles. You're not seeing exact, but you're seeing similar. I think similar is a good place to start, if you ask me, because the truth of the matter is cybersecurity is very broad, honestly. And I always would tell people that if you get something that is close to your niche, you can begin from there. First and foremost, you need to leave that customer service job that you're doing, except you have some sort of sentimental attachment to that job. Leaving that job and doing something as close to what you are studying in cybersecurity will be better for you. But if you're looking for the exact and you remain in that cybersecurity, in the customer service role that you're doing, then you're not going to make any head start. So my advice to you would be, when you complete that course, you may not get a job role that would literally highlight what you have learned in that course. But what I would tell you to do is look out for roles that are near or similar or just slightly related. That would be a good place to start for you if you really want to jumpstart your cybersecurity journey. Remaining in the customer service role is not going to help you. And we spoke about common mistakes that people make, stacking certification. So you don't want to fall into that bucket list, because with what you have said that you haven't seen any role related, you probably finish that and then go and do another certification, and then you're still looking for a role that relates, that is equal to it, and then you go and do another certification, and you, at the end of the day, you see yourself stacking up these certifications, but no real life or real world experience. So if you are able to get something similar, not exact, the slightest faint of similarity, that will be a good place to start for you. But your takeaway from this response would be that you need to leave the customer service role that you're doing. I hope that answers you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, Madam Stella, I have a very honest and sincere and a disturbing question. Like, the question has been disturbing me, and it is really coming from the very or deepest, honest part of my heart. Don't mind me. So, yeah, my question is this: what is that one thing that you think accelerated your career? Like, when you started, because you didn't start in cybersecurity, you didn't study anything related to I'm not sure you studied anything related to computer science or anything related to tech. You started as a you started in finance, in the finance space. So what was that one single thing that you think, though people don't like to share their secret, but this is a community, like, yeah, and we are so glad to hear from you. You've really distilled and you've given a lot of knowledge today. But I just want to ask, like, in all sincerity, what is that one single thing that you think, this was what I did and this changed everything for me?
Okay, thank you. So you want me to give out my trade secret, huh?
I mean, we are begging you. We are begging you.
Okay, so I think my starting point was curiosity. I mean, it may sound so cliche, but I mean, that's it for me, curiosity. And then the next thing would be plugging myself to community. And I was able to get mentoring. I think I had this fantastic mentor that drove me. Like, I literally thought that the guy was after my life. Like, why are you so invested in my growth? But it was the nudging, the push that just made me fly. First, it was curiosity, and secondly, it was mentoring support that helped me accelerate. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if the mentoring wasn't there, I'll probably not get that push to, move forward or get any kind of certification. So curiosity and mentoring was it for me.
Amazing. I love that. Curiosity plus mentoring equals acceleration, or equals career acceleration. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for that. So I think I know that hostels will still come up to say this, but when you mentioned mentoring, I was like, this is something I think everybody needs, right? And then we have this VA mentorship, aside from this community and this webinar series that we do to bring people into tech or into cybersecurity specifically. We still have a mentorship program that we run. We run it like quarterly, like every 3 months. And then what we do there is just that we try to train people in cybersecurity. This is something that we're going to pay hundreds of thousands for outside, but we do it free of charge because we stand for impact, and then we just want to see our generation, doing well, and then we really want people to have something doing for themselves, and they really want to, help people start something in tech and in cybersecurity too. So that is just our vision. Our vision is just to impact Africans, and then, in extension, every part of the world. Like, we are just teaching for free. So if it is something you're interested in, please follow us. I know that they are going to drop the links to our LinkedIn platform, like the Victor Exchange initiatives. So try to follow so that you can know then when next when the next application would be open, so that you can be able to register. So currently we are still running one, and then that will be done in March. So then I think after March, then another opening. We are going to have another opening, and then you can apply. So that mentorship is something that can help you. Like, mentorship is something that can open the door for you at any point in time. I'm glad Madam Stella said the same thing today. So thank you so much for that. So I just wanted to quickly bring that in. So thank you so much, Ma. Francisca, I think we can proceed now.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. So we are now proceeding to the questions and answer. We said from the beginning we are going to be rewarding people who will answer our questions. So we are rewarding 6 person, 3 boys and 3 girls. We are trying to practice equality, right? So we don't want to favor one particular gender. So already on the guys' part, we have David Mark. Okay. So I'll be asking 5 questions. Please keep it as brief as possible. No, don't try to give us a very long answer because we are looking at time. So the questions I'm going to be asking, three is from the slide our amazing guest speaker presented, and 2 is general stuff. So what are the major career tracks in cybersecurity? The 3 major careers track in cybersecurity. Our guest speaker talked about that. 3 major tracks in cybersecurity. Three major tracks in cybersecurity.
Are they raising their hands, or they are going to be dropping that in the comments?
I'm looking at the charts. They actually drop. I think the person that got what I'm looking for is Worries. Worries, are you a guy or you're a girl?
Okay, while Francisca is trying
Worries,
to address that, while you're trying to address that, I want to quickly say something. Sorry for interjecting. I want us to, celebrate Madam Stella, because she's giving us 50,000 naira to give to those who answered questions. So please, let's celebrate her. And then I'm going to be adding a few thousands. All right. So if you're answering a question here on this call, just know that you are getting 10,000 naira. So what you just need to do is just reach out to Francisca, and then Francisca is going to disburse the money. So please, let's celebrate Madam Stella. She's an amazing person. She came here to speak, on pro bono. Like, we are not paying her any amount of money to be doing, this amazing work. And then, she is still trying to, give to the community. I think such a person is very rare, very, very rare. So please, let's celebrate her. I'm not seeing our hands. I'm not seeing those claps. I'm not seeing the reactions. Let's celebrate her. We are not stopping yet. We are not stopping yet. Let's celebrate her. Let's celebrate. It is not enough. Let's celebrate her. So, Madam Stella, from the bottom of our heart, we are saying thank you so much for this. Like, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for coming to speak. I know that we still have closing remark time, but I just want to appreciate you on behalf of the team. That thank you so much for everything you've done for us. So yeah, we hope to see more of you in the future. Like we still want to bring you to come and speak, maybe at a physical event or maybe in a webinar like this. Thank you so much, my God bless you. Yeah, Francisca, you
Amen.
can
Thank
proceed.
you. Thank you, guys. It's a great honor to be a part of this community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'll proceed to the second question. If an employee, this what I want you to do is maybe raise up your hand and speak, because this we will need you to speak for this one. If an employee looked at your profile today, would your positioning clearly communicate what you are good at? So you're going to tell us yes, and then tell us why. Okay, Dabo. We're going to only take the first two, Dabo and Turaja. I might not get your name, but please forgive me.
Okay, good evening, everybody, and thank you for this.
30 seconds, please. Thank
Okay,
you.
so if you check my profile, Oladapo Jumade, you would see that I'm all about cybersecurity, and I've also updated all the certifications I have. Recently, I passed my ISC2 CNC, so it's updated on my profile. So that's a signal for you to know that I'm into cybersecurity. It's featured on my posts.
Okay, thank you.
Does that answer the question? Like, if they check your portfolio today, what would they see? Or I mean,
okay,
yeah.
Yes, if you check my portfolio, so you'll be seeing all the labs I've worked on and all the lessons I've
What are
had.
these labs? What are these labs? Be specific.
Active Directory, Kali Linux beginners. I've also worked on deployment, web app, pen testing. I've used Bob Suits and Portwigger.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Victor, I think since we don't have any girl yet, I think we can pick her, or should I take another person?
I mean, we can go with her. Though the question is if, a recruiter or, someone checks your portfolio or probably your CV now, what would they see? Like, are you well positioned? And if yes, why? But I think we can still select that because of time. Yeah.
Okay. So her name is Dabo. Please, can you drop your once you answer the question, drop your full name in the comments, please. It's going to really make things easy. Thank you. So now the next question is the question up on the slide. When Ms. Stella was presenting, she mentioned 3 networking strategies. Please, can you mention them? 3 networking strategies while building your career in the cybersecurity industry. We've gotten 2 guys, so this we only have 1 guy left.
I think we
So,
should pick Adobe.
and
Our
then,
hand has been up since.
okay, Adobe, please go ahead.
Okay, if she's not talking, let's go to another person.
Okay, another person, please. I don't see here.
Soroja, are you a female? Soroja, are you there?
I'm a male. Good
You're
evening.
male?
Okay.
Yes, I'm a male.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay, one of them is attending conferences, like cybersecurity conferences. Another one is being vocal on socials like LinkedIn. And then a third one is reaching out to people personally and telling them about what you do.
Okay, that's not true. You just got I think 2. So I want you to get the 3 correctly. And with what I'm seeing on the chat, Khadija got it. So it's attend conferences, join communities, and engage on LinkedIn. So Khadija, are you a female or a male? Let me note that.
I'm a female.
I didn't get that.
She's a
Yes,
female.
I'm
She's
not
a female.
Okay, she's a female. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we go to the next question now. We have just 2 questions left. If someone asks you in one sentence what problem you solve in cybersecurity, could you answer confidently? What problem are you solving in the cybersecurity industry? Could you answer that confidently? We are listening. Who would take this? A boy or a girl? Let's go. We have 2 winners left. Okay, and I think Oladepo, are you a boy or a girl? I think he's a guy. So we have 2 girls left, sorry. So please, if you're a guy, I'm
I'm a
sorry,
girl.
but we have... Okay, awesome. Please go ahead. Is my network bad or you're not saying anything yet?
I can't hear you say anything.
Okay, please. Girls, what's going on? Let's go, girls.
Raymond is
I'm
saying
Hello?
here.
Raymond is saying
Good
guys are
evening.
always suffering.
Hello?
No,
I think you should just
it means
raise
that
your hand. Once you are called, then you speak, so
So
that
I've
we
actually
have
done
a
that. I
thing.
raised my hand.
Yeah, I
Hello?
mean, you can wait till you're
we have
called. So.
gotten the number of persons who want to reward for guys. So we want to make it 3
Okay.
girls and 3 guys. So we have 3 guys already. David, Worries, and Oladupo. So and for a girl, we have just Khadija. Or is Oladupo a girl? I think we had 1 girl earlier.
Okay, Oladapo is a girl.
Okay, perfect. So a guy can
She's a
actually take this.
woman.
Okay, so a guy can actually take this, please, guys. If
So
since you are
basically,
the ones making me more proud, okay, Mr. Leye, let's have you.
so basically the solution that I bring when it comes to cybersecurity is protecting digital assets of companies or individuals against attacks. Basically, having to protect assets, digital assets, from anybody that would want to steal it, maybe for personal gains or to actually get it destroyed.
Okay. Mr. Victor, what do you think?
I mean, I think there's a okay. So that Mr.
Unless
Lai
you want
won't
me
say that
to extensively, but you said in few words, like in few sentences. That was what I had to.
yeah. I think we can just go with that so that we can wrap things up. Time has gone.
Okay. So now one female. Let's go. So this is a question from the slide, actually. So she mentioned 3 common mistakes, okay, people make while trying to position in the cybersecurity industry. Just mention 2. She mentioned 3. She talked about 3, but just mention 2.
Hi, I'm a lady.
Adobe, is that you?
No, believe me.
Okay, please go ahead, Pelumi.
All
Okay.
right. So she mentioned the mistake of just stacking certifications.
Okay.
Yes. Then secondly, she mentioned not optimizing your LinkedIn, like your socials, not speaking out, and also applying to jobs. Yes. That she said
What?
specifically that not all jobs are meant for you. So you should strategically apply.
Okay. I think you got that. I was thinking that you would fail, but you didn't, because you just mentioned one of the things she said, but towards the ending you got it. So guys, now we have our 6 winners. What's your name, Pelmi?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So our winners are David Mark, Worries, Oladopo, Khadija, Mr. Leye, and Pelumi. So you reach out and you send your money. And please, guys, let's say a huge thank you to Miss Stella. Okay, so the next thing on my list right now is to call Mr. Ostus. Mr. Ostus is our community manager. He's the boss, a very big boss
Yes,
at that.
oh,
To
yes,
to
oh.
to take it up from here. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, yeah, wonderful, Francisca. I appreciate you for the way you moderated. A powerful thank you to, our one and only Madam Stella. You did justice to, what you brought to the table, and we are glad. You can see that, VA initiative is all about, promoting, ensuring that you are wonderfully impacted. As it concerns cybersecurity, we are all round, right? And we are happy that you are here. We are very glad to be sharing this platform with you. Just like we said earlier, we do not charge what? A dime. What we are after is your growth, and you should take it very, very seriously. So, and another thing you need to know is that we are very, very big on cyber awareness, just like we have always preached. There are so many things you will not find in the pages of whatever book you read. Sometimes you have to expose yourself to understand that there are cyber threats everywhere. And as long as you belong to this community, we give you what? Flashpoints, areas where you can cover, understand that cybersecurity is not just about sitting in the four walls of the classroom. What you can do, what you view through YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you are, we bring this to your table. So if you don't mind, we would want you to do what? Follow us on what? On LinkedIn. This is where we expose certain informations that a lot of us do not know about. And again, I know Ura is here. If you're here, Ura, please do us a favor and drop our LinkedIn what handle. We have for the personal, which is for our powerful mentor, just like I call him, Mr. Victor Kinode, who has bettered this wonderful initiative and is doing justice to it. As well as I'm mentioning him, we can equally do well to follow Madam Stella, very, very gracious, and she has done very wonderful justice to what we have, the item we have on the table today. Now, if you look at what is going on YouTube, you don't need to be told. If you are a beginner and you are not on YouTube, you are missing a lot. We decided to host from, I think, January 16th. We started a track, which we called what? 100 Days Cybersecurity Challenge. If you know what it means to be cyber secure, if you even don't know as well, just like we're opening it up to beginners, ensure to engage on our YouTube. Very many people find certain social media handles very, very attractive and flexible. I will tell you, you are covered. We are everywhere. So, Wura, if you're hearing my voice, please paste our Facebook link. What do you call it? Our YouTube link. You can go back to all the videos. Don't worry if you have missed a lot. Today is our day 44. Can you beat that? We are very consistent, and we want you to be consistent as well. So we are moving on to Instagram. Very wonderful platform. A lot of people, engage in Instagram because of business, but cybersecurity is equally a good business, and we are there. And Wura will do justice to it to drop the link as well. As long as you find Instagram very, very friendly, please make sure you join in. And then we are equally on TikTok. Can you beat that? Most people feel like TikTok is just where you go to sing and dance. But trust me, cybersecurity is equally that talent you want to break into. Is equally that platform you would want to utilize by staying safe online. So join us on what? On TikTok. We are equally on Facebook. Yes, we are everywhere, just like I told you. And we are doing a lot. Wura, if you're here, please join the Facebook link to all the links that you have dropped so far. Now, I want to tell you something. We talked so much about engagements, about community, about mentorship. Think about it. Please join our Telegram channel. We are fast growing. In fact, I will blow our trumpet and say that we are grown. You see, when you join a community that moves at this fast pace as ours, you'll be glad you did. And to tell you what, we are not requesting a dime. And what we are looking for is what? Is quality over quantity. Keep that in mind, quality over quantity. And then keeping in touch with our mentees, it will interest you to know that for the past 2 weeks, We have been sweating it out with our projects, each of our tracks, ranging from networking, GRC, cloud, ethical hacking, and security operations track. We have been very, very busy, getting our hands dirty, doing our projects, because over the last, few months, we have been very, very very, very consistent in ensuring that our learning becomes very visible. So as we are planning to round up, like next week is our last week, right? We have been on a 12-week sprint, and next week is our last week. For the projects that we have done, we are inviting you to do what? To participate in our project presentation, where you have our wonderful mentees presenting what they have learned over time. I can give you the dates, but the flyers will come on very, very soon. We are preparing for it. For the SOC, they are the last people. Yes, you can talk about 14th of March. 14th of March, time is 8 p.m. The flyers will be on our initiative handle on LinkedIn, and then you will have the opportunity to attend. The ethical hacking, is on the 12th of March, 6 p.m. is the time. The cloud security track, 13th of March, 6 p.m. is the time. And then the first on our list is GRC, right? They are pitching on the 9th of March, and 6 p.m. is the time. I want to let you know that we are all about the showcase. People think that, security is something that everybody will do undercover, but we are bringing it to the fore because Africa needs to hear our voice. And, one thing you must know is that I think VA initiatives is about that community that, makes you understand the essence of cybersecurity. And we do not leave you. We hold your hand and want you to do what? To keep in touch. Just like you all know, we are about rounding up our mentorship, and look out, join our community and look out for what? For the next coming cohort. While I invite our ever powerful, ever wonderful Mr. Victor Akinode to give his closing remark, I will say what? Stay tuned and be sure you get to reap the benefits that surrounds this community. God bless you, and I remain Abba Ostus Chinedu, your humble community manager. God bless you. And Francisca, thank you for giving me the floor. I now invite Mr. Victor Akinode to give his closing remark.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Ostus. Please, I just want, before I go ahead with the closing remarks, I want you guys to go on Madam Stella's page right now and follow her. All right, and please, anytime she drops a post, endeavor to engage. Do you know why? They are wisdom. Yeah, they are wisdom, right? She said something. She said something about, engaging on a post, and the post gave her over, 7,000 impressions and about, over 50,000. I said 50,000, 50 connections. You can imagine that. So please go ahead and follow her. All right. So send a connection request or you follow her. And at the same time, do not hesitate to engage on every post she drops, because you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. So I will give you like 30 seconds to do that while we are still on this call. 30 seconds to quickly do that. So maybe we can drop the link again here. So yeah, that is the link to our profile. So please go now, and then follow her. All right. Thank you so much. As we come to the end of this lesson or this session, sorry, I'm used to taking lessons because I've been teaching for the past 44 days now. Every day. So I'm used to saying lesson. Apologies for that. So as we come to the end of this session, I want to thank every one of you for showing up and engaging intentionally. We've seen that position is not about pretending to be something you are not. It is about understanding your strength, refining your direction, and aligning your efforts with opportunities you desire. Skills matters, great. Madam Stella said the same thing, but clarity and strategy amplify that skill. So that is, we're going on LinkedIn, networking at events, speaking to people, getting mentorship, or getting the mentor. That is where all of those things comes in. So strategy and clarity would really help amplify the skills that you've gotten. So a special thanks to Madam Stella, for sharing not just insight with us today, but lived experience. Your journey reminds us that careers are built deliberately. And we've seen that you do not wait for the perfect starting point. You build, and you're still building forward with what you have. So to our moderator, amazing Francisca, and everyone working behind the scenes, the likes of Ostu, Solomon, Wuraola Peace, and the entire the VA initiatives team, I want to say thank you for making this possible. And to the community, my amazing people, I'm challenging. I'm saying thank you, and at the same time, I'm challenging you to take one clear step after tonight. Do not let this remain an inspiration to you. Turn it into positioning. Thank you all, and I look forward to seeing you and seeing how you're going to apply what you have learned. Also, I look forward to seeing you in the next webinar, which is going to be the 4th edition. Thank you so much, guys, and take good care of yourself. Francisca?
Okay, so thank you very much, guys, for attending. Keep your hands open and keep your eyes out. The next session will be much more fortified and then be ready to learn. God bless you for attending, and we are glad to have you. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.